Hello and welcome to Dateline Northeast, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Kairim Zimik, and here are the top stories of today's program. Assam, Tripura, most wars hit with COVID-19. Directorate of Skill Development organizes interaction with entrepreneurs in Tripura. And 530 police constables from Northeast region get into Delhi police. According to the Health and Family Welfare, the country's coronavirus tally crossed 7 lakh this week, out of which more than 4 lakhs have been cured. The Northeast region has been witnessing a steep rise in cases. Assam has the highest number of COVID-19 cases among the 8 Northeast states. With 50 plus cases, Shillong has the lowest numbers of COVID cases in the region.
The state's biggest city, Guwahati, and the rest of the Kamrup Metro District have been placed under total shutdown for 14 days beginning June 28 due to community spread of the disease. The number of COVID-19 cases crossed 12,000 this week in Assam. To break the chain of coronavirus in the state, Tripura observed a 24-hour complete shutdown on 5th and 6th July. All markets, shops, offices were closed and the movement of vehicles was restricted.
बीमारी के लिए बंद रहना पड़ेगा, बीमारी जाके बढ़े नहीं, इसलिए बंद करना सरकार का जरूरी है।
तो अभी सिचुएशन क्या है?
सिचुएशन यही है कि सब अच्छा हो जाए, पब्लिक बीमारी नहीं बढ़े।
Roads had a deserted look, and though emergency services like filling stations and medical shops were open, but without any customers. Many working in the emergency services expressed that due to the absence of public vehicles, they had to walk to their workplace and are returning home on foot.
অসুবিধা কি অন্ত আমরা যাইতে হইব আইতে হইব এটা আর কি গাড়ি নাই লকডাউনে লেগে গাড়ি নাই
Manipur reported more than 1,000 positive cases this week, out of which more than 700 have recovered and been discharged, while the number of active cases stands at 600. According to reports, the recovery rate is 52.80%. The total number of positive cases in Nagaland stands at 644 as of July 7th. A total of 14,151 samples have been tested till 7th July, and the results of 13,493 samples have been received. Out of the 14,151 samples, 9,071 samples have been tested at the BSL-3 lab at the Naga Hospital Authority, Kohima, out of which 462 samples have tested positive. Further, 7,499 samples have tested negative. More than 3,000 persons are presently under facility quarantine. Arunachal Pradesh has so far witnessed 200 plus COVID-19 positive cases, out of which 176 cases are active, out of which 81 cases are from the Itanagar capital region. The Sikkim government asked the army and the paramilitary forces to start random testing of their personnel for COVID-19 before they travel back to their postings in the state. The total number of active cases in Sikkim and Mizoram increased to 100 this week, with several COVID-positive cases registered from the Border Security Force. The health authorities and officials have been asked to take more care. Earlier, the State Health Department declared BSF headquarters in Shillong as a containment zone.
We are always in touch with the BSF in the borders, in the BOPs. And therefore, I think the BSF authorities should see that these BSF officials or BSF trucks or vehicles plying through these border areas do not stop unnecessarily on the way.
whereas the total number of active cases in Shillong have increased to 50 this week.
Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana was launched by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 15 July 2015, World Youth Skills Day, to skill 1 crore youth of the country with an outlay of rupees 12,000 crores. Recently, the Directorate of Skill Development organized a one-day interaction program with entrepreneurs trained under PMKVY.
To mobilize the youth and entrepreneurs of the state, the Directorate of Skill Development of Tripura recently organized a one-day interaction program with entrepreneurs trained under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. The program was held at the Agartala Town Hall. PMKVY is the flagship outcome-based skill training scheme of the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship under Skill India campaign.
त्रिपुरा में लगभग 10,000 बैम्बू आर्टिसंस हैं, तो उन आर्टिसंस को एक प्रॉपर मार्केट मिले और कैसे बैम्बू प्रोडक्ट को हम ब्रांडिंग, मार्केटिंग या कस्टमर सपोर्ट किस तरीके से दें ताकि ये प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में बहुत अच्छी तरीके से एक अच्छे रेपुटेशन के साथ पहुंच पाए.
It is one of the largest skill certification schemes, and the objective is to enable and mobilize youth to take up outcome-based skill training and become employable and earn livelihoods.
अभी मैं गवर्नमेंट से चाहता हूँ हमको बहुत सपोर्ट मिले और मैं बहुत बड़ा कुछ करना चाहता हूँ और आगे बढ़ना चाहता हूँ और मुझे बहुत कुछ करना है.
The program was inaugurated by Tripura CM Biplab Kumar Deb along with TIDC Chairman Tinku Roy, Special Secretary Industries Department Dr. Kiran Gitte at the Agartala Town Hall in the presence of hundreds of PMKVY trained entrepreneurs, including a good number of women entrepreneurs. The attendees maintained social distancing during the program. The officials also had interaction sessions with the entrepreneurs.
আমি এসডে ট্রেনিং প্রোভাইডারের থেকে পিএমকেভিওয়াই আন্ডারে ডোমেস্টিক আইটি হেল্প ডেস্ক অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সের কোর্স করেছি কম্পিউটারের. তো এটা করার পর আমি কম্পিউটার কিনেছি নিজে বাড়িতে কিনে এখন আমি বেসিক কম্পিউটার আর ইন্টারনেটের প্রশিক্ষণ দিচ্ছি. তাছাড়া আমি এখন প্রত্যেক মাসে কিছু নিজের টাকা আয় করছি. তো এটা আজকে এই কনফারেন্সের মাধ্যমে মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর সাথে আমাদের কথা হলো. উনি বললেন যে আমাদের যদি ফার্দার এই বিজনেসটা আরও বাড়ানোর ইচ্ছা থাকে তাহলে ওনার সাথে যোগাযোগ করার জন্য উনি আমাদের যথেষ্ট সাহায্য করবেন.
Bamboo being the major industry of the state, the officials also discussed boosting the bamboo products to a higher level. According to reports, a total of 21,206 persons were trained in various skills under PMKVY 2.0 scheme to date. The revamped scheme PMKVY 2.0 moved to a grant-based model where the training and assessment cost would be directly reimbursed to training providers and assessment bodies in accordance with common norms. Last month, the government approved the third phase of the skill development scheme PMKVY with an increased focus on digital technology and Industry 4.0.
No matter whether it's red or green, you should eat an apple a day to stay healthy and happy. Remember the old English proverb, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. In today's episode, we bring you a story of a successful apple farmer from Manipur who is growing varieties of apple in his farm. Apples are grown in places with temperate climates of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Though varieties of apples are also grown in the northeastern states of Sikkim, Nagaland and Manipur, not all the farmers get to taste the success of apple farming. Among the few successful farmers is Larin Lakpam Indrajit Mitei from the remote village of Yumnam Kunau Awang Leikai in Manipur. Indrajit started his cultivation on February 8, 2019 on a trial basis with only 49 saplings after he was introduced to National Innovation Foundation member Laishram Yilhanganba.
Habi expert habi ko tamda pambi makhalamadi atopa thamin nadragadi pandi ha aduga moi je competitive ama moi ꯇꯧꯍꯜꯂꯒ ꯄꯥꯝꯕꯩ ꯆꯥꯡꯗꯨ ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯅꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤꯗ ꯄꯥꯝꯕꯤ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯅꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯐꯩꯌꯦꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯄꯤꯔꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯔꯤꯌꯦꯟꯁꯇꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯊꯥꯖꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯨꯞꯅ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯍꯌꯦꯡ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯅꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯈꯪꯉꯛꯑꯅꯤ.
To study the suitability and adaptability of the HRMN 99 in various agroclimatic conditions of the country, National Innovation Foundation India has transplanted around 10,000 saplings at 1,190 farmers' field and 25 organizations in 29 states and 5 union territories during 2015 to 2017. At present, Indrajit has planted HRMN 99, Anna and Dorset Gold varieties of apples in his orchard. Anna and Dorset Golden are two of the world's most favorite apple varieties. HRMN 99 is a variety of low-chilling apple developed by grassroots innovator Hariman Sharma of Bilaspur in Himachal Pradesh, supported by NIF India, an autonomous body under the Department of Science and Technology.
ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯔꯥꯎꯏꯗ ꯄꯥꯟꯕ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯍꯤ 2-3 ꯂꯩꯔ ꯀꯥꯟꯅ ꯄꯥꯟꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯝꯕꯗꯨ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯂꯩꯔ ꯄꯥꯟꯈꯣꯏꯗꯨꯗ ꯈꯔ ꯍꯔꯥꯎꯗꯧꯔꯣ.
The yield from each sapling was around 10 to 20 kilos this year, weighing about 200 to 300 grams per apple. Over the years, Indrajit has been involved in integrated farming and vegetable farming. Apples are fortified with essential vitamins and minerals, and they are an excellent source of fiber. Apples can also boost your immune system, and it can fight against liver, colon and breast cancer.
ꯍꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯕꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯍꯩ ꯆꯥꯗꯣꯔꯦ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯁꯦꯝ ꯊꯥꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯌꯥꯗꯦꯅ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯕꯗꯣ ꯃꯁꯤꯗꯗꯤ ꯃꯄꯥꯟ ꯁꯥꯠꯂꯛꯄ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯄꯥꯜꯂꯛꯄꯁꯤꯗꯀꯣ ꯁꯣꯏꯅꯇꯒꯤ ꯃꯍꯩ ꯆꯥꯔꯅꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯔꯥꯎꯕ ꯍꯩ ꯔꯥꯁꯦ ꯃꯄꯥꯟ ꯂꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯁꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯋꯥꯠ ꯑꯄꯥꯁꯦ ꯈꯤꯇ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯃꯦꯟꯈꯠꯄ ꯉꯝꯃꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯕꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯍꯩ ꯆꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯍꯩ ꯌꯥꯜꯂꯦꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯒꯅꯤ.
Indrajit has become a source of inspiration for thousands of farmers in the state, and he says that successful farming requires hard work and endurance. Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently. In a press conference held on 4th July, the chairman of Tripura Gramin Bank informed that the bank has posted a net profit of Rs 157.87 crore in the financial year 2019 to 2020, setting a record in the legacy of Tripura Gramin Bank or TGB. While addressing the media, TGP chairman Mahendra Mohan Goswami revealed that the operating profit has been 215.89 crore and last year the net profit of the bank was 125.45 crore. The bank had wiped out the entire accumulated loss of 139.40 crore in the financial year 2012-13 by registering a net profit of a year-on-year basis. At present, the TGP has 148 branches and 11 ultra-small branches across the state. Manipur's Forest Minister, Environment and Climate Change, Minister Awangbo Nyumai, flagged off the one-day media campaign Save Nambul River at Imphal West, organized by All Manipur Working Journalists Union in collaboration with the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change. The minister addressed the gathering at the flagging off ceremony, appealing the general public for cooperation in all the projects initiated by the government. Nyumai also talked about the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh's project on the rejuvenation and conservation of Nambul River under the National River Conservation Plan of the Ministry. Stating that it is the responsibility of all to safeguard our environment, he said that joint awareness campaign among various stakeholders will help in building a social relationship and also bring economic and political development in the state. The Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur recently conducted exams for the remaining papers of Class 12 examination, which was earlier postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic. Inside the examination hall, the standard operating procedure to prevent the spread of COVID-19 was strictly maintained. Most of the students wore masks and brought their own hand sanitizers. While physical distancing was maintained inside examination hall and within the campus, the students at the examination center were also provided with other essential items to prevent the spread of the virus. Pineapple farmers of Tripura are reeling under tough times as the COVID-19 pandemic has left them with no buyers and stalled export. Dulal Depnath, the owner of a 60-year-old ancestral pineapple orchard in Nandanagar in the outskirts of Agartala, says that earlier there was a huge demand for pineapple as it is also used to go to Bangladesh, but with the coming of barbed wire fencing, sale has gone down significantly. Manipur government has issued strict instructions to wear face masks compulsory in all public places to prevent the spread of COVID-19 as the number of COVID-19 positive cases crossed 1,000 this week. To reach out more people and to encourage people on wearing of face masks, a Manipur-based firm is making reusable masks in huge numbers.
ये शुरुआत में कोविड-19 शुरुआत जब आया था तब से हमने रास्ते में कोई बिना मास्क लिए रास्ते में घूमते हुए देखा था, तो हमने सोचा ये हम लोग थोड़ा बना के सब जैसा प्रेस लोग जो जा रहा है रास्ते पे जा रहा है सुबह सुबह घर घर में कागज़ न्यूज़पेपर पहुंचा रहा है, वही लोग के लिए थोड़ा हम लोग डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे, वही सोच के हमने मास्क बनाना शुरू कर लिया है.
Dhana Chandra is the master trainer of the Romi factory in Manipur. After its establishment in the early 90s, entrepreneur Dhana Chandra has trained thousands of youth in the state. As the demand for masks rises in the state, the firm is giving job opportunities in the time of crisis of COVID-19. With more than 30 workers, around 1,500 soft cotton reusable masks are being supplied in every institution as well as civil society organizations of the state. Several masks have been distributed to almost all frontliners, especially doctors, nurses, police and journalists free of cost. This unit aims to orient and aware children and communities on COVID-19 and its preventive measures.
Khoi sarna mayam su thabak piba mayam gisu kana ba oiba aduga thabak tawbham khangdaba kangu da su thabak piba.
Studies from several countries have found that next to hand washing and social distancing, face masks and coverings are one of the most widely adopted non-pharmaceutical interventions for reducing the transmission of respiratory infections.
Adum mask se sarakpadagi khoi dum kanaba phange ana subham nobham khangdana leirambado sigi mask ki kano se torpatagi khoi ju kanaba phange dagi senthok lambi su dum thoe.
The Manipur government has decided to make wearing face masks compulsory in public places to prevent the spread of COVID-19. According to reports, in Manipur, over 300 women-led micro-enterprises under the Manipur Handlooms and Handicrafts Development Corporation have manufactured more than 1 lakh cloth masks.
Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Delhi Police organized its first ever virtual passing out parade of constables at the Police Training College on July 7. In total, 1,320 recruit constables, including 407 women recruit constables, have passed out this year. Out of the total recruits, 530 police constables are joining from the northeastern states. A report.
In a boost to the Delhi police, a fresh team of 1,320 police constables is set to join the force after a virtual passing out parade was held in the premises of Police Training College in New Delhi. The passing out parade was unique as it took place amid the pandemic. Union Minister of State Home G. Kishan Reddy was the chief guest at the virtual ceremony. He congratulated all the new recruits for choosing to join the police and called upon them to deliver their best to face the challenges of police service.
दिल्ली पुलिस हमेशा शांति, सेवा और न्याय के सिद्धांत के कमिटमेंट के साथ जिम्मेदारी निभा रही हैं। चाहे वो आतंकी खतरा हो या वो कोरोना जैसा महामारी हो, दिल्ली पुलिस हमेशा एक ढाल की तरह खड़ी रही है। आज आपकी पासिंग आउट परेड एक वादा है, देश से और अपने से, आपसे सभी इस सिद्धांत पर परंपराओं को आगे लेकर जाएंगे और नया ऊंचाइयां छुएंगे।
530 police constables from northeastern states will be part of Delhi Police. Most of the constables from the northeast states are recruited as part of the implementation of the Base Barua Committee. The Base Barua Committee, headed by MP Base Barua, was set up in February 2014 after the death of Nido Tania, a 19-year-old student from Arunachal Pradesh who died in Delhi on January 29, 2014. The MHA recommends the recruitments of northeastern candidates under the guidelines of the Base Barua Committee. On this occasion, S.N. Srivastav, Commissioner of Police in New Delhi, congratulated the recruits on completion of their training. Srivastav underlined that during their training, attention was paid to make them better physically, mentally and technically.
Honey hunting has been an integral part of Shektukpen community of Arunachal Pradesh. Honey is used in various delicacies and esteemed for its therapeutic properties for the Shektukpen community. In today's episode, let's meet the filmmaker who recently won Dada Saheb Phalke Award 2020 for his short traditional documentary on honey hunting. Arunachal Pradesh, the land of dawn-lit mountains, is home to 26 major tribes and hundreds of sub-tribes. Each one of them holds a treasure of age-old traditions and practices. Along these lines, a community resting in the arms of West Kameng district known as Shektukpens has been indigenously collecting honey since time immemorial. But with the modernization growing its roots underneath the life of the tribal community, the indigenous practice of honey hunting is slowly slithering away with each passing day.
Nowadays, the younger generation do not take interest in honey hunting. It is a part of our culture. Sri Sangchewang is one of the best hunters alive now. I wish to go to honey hunting, but my old age, it doesn't permit me. I wish the younger generation to learn the art of honey hunting and keep this tradition alive.
Meet Kesang D. Thongdok, an independent filmmaker who artfully documented the various activities that go around before, during and after honey hunting.
ये इसलिए मैंने बनाया क्योंकि हमारे कम्युनिटी में ये जो हनी हार्वेस्टिंग जो था हंटिंग काफी सदियों से मैंने पूर्वज के समय से ये चला आ रहा है, लेकिन क्या है कि आज के मॉडर्नाइजेशन के देखते हुए ये हनी हंटिंग है रेयरली 4 और 5 हनी हंटर्स ही बच गए हैं, उसमें से 3 ही लोग एक्टिव है, बाकी तो अपने 60 प्लस 70 के एज पे या 80 के एज पे पहुंच गए हैं। तो आई थिंक विद इन 3-4 साल के अंदर में तो ये ऑलमोस्ट खत्म हो जाएंगे ये प्रैक्टिस। तो इसलिए हम लोग ये विचार किया कि इसको डॉक्यूमेंटेशन करना एक नीड ऑफ एन आवर है और उसको फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए मैंने जो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन रखने से क्या है कि उन लोगों को भी इसके बारे में जानकारी मिलेगी।
His short documentary Chilupo artfully sketches the custom of honey hunting practiced in Shektukpen community. In the Shektukpen community, Chi means honey and Lupo means hunters. Honey is an integral part of this community. It is used for preparing various delicacies and valued for medicinal properties. The community gathered together for the hunting expedition during the winter in October and November. Before embarking on their journey, the hunters donned themselves in indigenous bee suits to protect themselves from the sting of the wild bees. Trekking and climbing through the treacherous paths and dense forest bee hunting is surely not for faint hearts. Kesang's attempt to depict and preserve the age-old tradition of honey hunting amongst the Shertuk pens backed him the prestigious Dada Saheb Phalke award this year. For Kesang, winning the award seemed far-fetched as it was his first time submitting his work in the film festival.
Due to this corona pandemic and lockdown, this event could not be held. So results and everything was declared by online. सबसे पहले जब हमको मेल मिला तो वही ऑफिशियली उसका सिलेक्शन जब हुआ उसी से काफी खुशी मिला, फैमिली में भी काफी विश किया और वही मेरे लिए काफी था, एक ऑफिशियली रिकॉग्नाइज हो गया, तो विनिंग तो एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था.
Presently, Kesang is working on his new documentary film titled Kik Saba, an unexplored festival of Shertuk Pen tribe. With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at anyindia_ani. Like and subscribe Roving Report YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Karim signing off. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and take care.